He's watching a couple of squirrels. It was kind of funny. What else you seeing out there? It's kind of slow in the campgrounds. You can look for birds, man. What you hear out there, man? I love opening this little sliding door for her. She's been up here for like a half hour. She was following squirrels and all kind of stuff. It's unmatchable sound and smell. When making breakfast outside the RV. There you are. So we're saying goodbye to the Eagles Roost RV Resort. Yeah, again, before you pull out, there's a 7-step checklist. At least there's for me. Make sure you get your sewer water or sewer line in, your water line, your electric. That's on the left side. In the back, make sure that the jacks are up, the leveling jacks. And then I got the tire chocks on this side, and then the awning. Make sure that the awning's in. So that's 6 items. And then the 7th one is, of course, make sure the cat's here. And she's comfy. She's in her little pillow cave, which she loves. And I think I'll just turn on the action cam just to give you a little footage as we drive on out of here. We're heading down to Jupiter, and we're going to stay at Jonathan Dickinson tonight. Going to meet up with a couple of family members. Have a last barbecue or cookout, hopefully if the weather's nice, and then do a final cleanup and then return this thing tomorrow. So, would I do this again? In a frickin' heartbeat. Would I want it to be a permanent one? At this point, whatever happens, happens, you know. Could I see myself doing it? Yeah. Do I want to do it right now? Not really. There's a lot of things I'm doing, but I admire those that are out here doing it full time. I'm going to be doing this a lot more frequently, I think, and some way try to design this into my life to where I'm able to do this more. And I don't know if that's moving to an area that I can, oh my God, I've talked about this ad nauseum, haven't I? It's time to hit the road. I'm running a little bit late. I wanted to be on the road by 9, but I had a fantastic bacon and egg breakfast here. And I just chilled out with the cat. She loves looking out the window up top. So anyway, we're gonna hit the road. I'll see you along the road or somewhere near Jupiter or in Jupiter. Let's go. I love these little rest areas. Stop, stretch your legs, have a little snack, check on the cat. Speaking of the cat, how's it going, man? How's it going, man? She's good. We are somewhere. I think it says, it has me touching down at 3 o'clock. I don't see how it's going to be 3. Probably be closer to 4 with me stopping a couple of times. That's the update. All right, we got about 91 miles to go to a place called Jonathan Dickinson State Park. It's a state park in Jupiter, Florida, northern part of Jupiter, that I used to visit as a kid, actually. Well, I guess you can call me a kid. I first moved to Florida, I was 15. And we used to go there quite a lot, go canoeing. And I took my daughter there when she was little. We went canoeing a bunch of times. Cool place to see gators and turtles and whatnot. We're just staying there overnight. As a convenient place to dump the tanks in the morning and get to the RV rental place at a reasonable time. So I just want to say real quick, I don't claim to be a pro at any of this at all, although I've been traveling for a lot of my life, quite a bit. But this challenge to see all 50 states is, again, many states that I've been to, is kind of a unique one, I think, especially to do it in 1 year. And it's just really more about documenting it, maybe sharing some of my successes, and of course failures along the way. So I hope you enjoy that journey. Do all the things, the follow, the subscribe, share, and I hope that this can be somewhat educational, maybe a little bit entertaining. Get something out of it, you know. Infotainment, I think, is what they call it. Anyway, I'm just kind of sharing the journey, enjoying the journey, and I'm really not, it's not about, you know, having the whole map filled in. It's about the process this year, and I'm, again, I'm coming off of a second month here. This particular month, going to Mississippi, Alabama, and now Georgia, and again Florida, but I live here, so I'm so excited. I'm having so much fun on this, and I'm looking forward to maybe sharing some other ways to travel. I used to backpack Europe all the time, every summer, and I have quite a bit of experience traveling on trains in Europe. But I don't have much experience traveling on trains here in the States. Our rail system is somewhat, it's a lot different. It's not as involved as Europe's. Europe's just seems to, you know, there seems to be connections in almost every little small town. But that's just the way they are. We're a little bit more road reliant. But anyway, we do have a system, and I've been researching the Amtrak system, and there's a couple. There's one in particular that I think I'm going to take. Changing my plans a little bit this year already, but we'll talk about that later. Again, I just wanted to say, if you're here, thanks for being here, and I hope this could be, you know, a two-way street. Feel free to leave, you know, comments of, you know, different ways that you've traveled, maybe different things you see me doing that you would do differently, or but more in a positive way, you know, to help anybody that might come across the comment. So that's all I got for now. I'll be at the campgrounds again now in 86, it's 86 miles, so we're looking at a little over an hour. I think what I'm going to do when I arrive is kind of document the really quick setup that I go through when I get there. The hookup, the sewer, the water, the electric, the jacks in the back, chalking of the tires, setting the awning out, little things I look for. Kind of do that before we start prepping for dinner. So, I'll see you in Jupiter. My colored glasses, the sun comes shining through. Wearing my rose-colored glasses, the world looks shiny. All right, well, what do you know? I actually forgot to take you guys out and show you what I was doing. I just got here and went nuts, hooked it all up. So we're going to go outside, and I'm going to show you, real simple, what I did. All right, first thing is most of the stuff is stored in these little compartments back here. It's just real simple. First of all, when you hook up the sewer, this thing here is supposed to screw in, but they don't have threads here, so I don't know how this is going to work when I empty it. Anyway, this hose here gets hooked up. There's a twist lock right there, and then there's your gray tank. The last thing you want is your black tank spilling out all over the ground. So I have to make sure that that's secure somehow. Anyway, so the electrical cord comes out. There's every single one of these power things have been the exact same way. There's your the dual, you either have 50 amp or 30 amp, and there's a breaker for each one. You plug in, I have a 30 amp, and this is a surge protector. Tells you if the wiring's correct, so you hook that up first before you plug in. Turn the breaker on, make sure your LEDs are correct. And if they are, what I do is I turn the breaker off, plug my cable in to that, and then turn the breaker back on. And now the AC's in there jamming. And then there is a water filter. To really hook it up only one way. Hook that up, hook your hose up, screw into the side of the RV, turn the water on, and then you got water. So it's sewer, water, and electrical. Simple as that. It is pretty hot here. This is a nice open space. I'm at the Jupiter Jonathan Dickinson State Park. There's an egret over here, I just noticed. The shower and restrooms are right over here, which I think I'm going to use, actually. It's pretty hot. I'm going to put the awning out, set up the table here. Egret looks like it's looking for some dinner. That's it. That's all we got for now. Note to self, I see this Allegro, which is a nice small Class A behind me, and there's a R-Pod, a little one back there being pulled by a Dodge of some sort. But check out these little glamping tents going on here. Check it out. Let's go for a quick walk after dinner to see what these rent for. Got a stove, a grill, fire pit, picnic table, couple of hammocks, a couple of chairs. Very cool. Who knew? I mean, this is right around the corner from where I live. Now, an hour away. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the cutest little campgrounds that I've seen in my travels here. My short little journey through Florida, Mississippi, and Alabama, and Georgia. What I really like about these is every spot is somewhat secluded with the tall sea grapes. They've really grown in. I watched a video guy did a couple of years ago, and I think it's really grown in a lot since then. I have seen more of a variety of camping options on this short little walk than I have. There's another shower, restroom, comfort station. There's like 3 of them in this little area. I've seen little trailers. I've seen glamping tents, Class A's, fifth wheels, everything. Cute little bus over there. Get a little sidetracked. I was just talking to a guy back there from Miami, and he said out of the spots he's gone to, this is like his favorite. They come up here from Miami all the time. It's flat. It's easy to, no work to level out your thing. There's a gray wolf over there that's cute. I love this one here too. I don't know where the hell mine is. Where am I at here? So yeah, who knew, huh? Jonathan Dickinson State Park. We used to come here, like I said, as kids, and go canoeing and rowboating, and took my daughter back there a couple times. These campgrounds are pretty new compared to, I guess, the other ones that are back there on the river. And like I said, I talked to a guy from Miami who says they come up here all the time. And just on this short little walk, I saw all sorts of RVs. I guess it's kind of a nice wrap up to where the hell is my RV? Did I actually walk this far? Oh yeah, I'm way over there. Psst, psst, psst. What's going on? Alright, so she has no idea we're going to be leaving here shortly. So, yeah, I guess this is a little bit of a wrap-up. I don't really know how much I really recorded here, whether this is going to be one episode or a couple. But I'm down to the home stretch now. I'm actually done. The only thing I have to do now is empty the black tank, gray tank, undo the power of the water. We're pretty much ready to rock and roll here. I don't know if I mentioned it. I decided to stay at a local campgrounds here, real close to where I live. And it's a place that I used to come as a kid a lot. And even when my daughter was young, we used to come up here and go kayaking, and they have like little John boats with motors on. We've got to see the gators, see the turtles. It's a place called Jonathan Dickinson State Park. What I'm trying to say is I'm just kind of doing a wrap up here. I learned a lot. I really, really, really like this campgrounds. This is the one that's up by the front entrance, real close to US 1. The Pine Grove, I believe it is, and then the river campgrounds are the older ones, but they're a little further back in the park. This worked out perfect for me. It was a great place for me to cook a last meal. My ex-wife and my mother-in-law came up. We had dinner last night. They got to see the cat. They haven't seen a cat in a little while, so we kind of hung out here. I did a little bit of cleaning. I did a deeper cleaning this morning, and the more I look around, I cat litter everywhere. I got to do a final cleaning when I get to the place. You know what? I'll do a really quick tour with this, and then again, maybe when I drive out, I'll put the action cam on. Just do a last minute view of this campgrounds. All the units or all the sites are kind of, they have their own privacy. Sea grapes are up over the height of the windows. I really feel, again, this is my private area. I've got a place to grill outside if I choose to without my grill. I mean, they have a grill, they have a fire pit, picnic table, a really big area out there for hanging out. Plenty of room to park a car. And then just do a quick tour, and then we'll wrap this up and then close this little chapter here of 50 60. My plans next are to head to the Great Lakes area. I think go to Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Minneapolis, Wisconsin, I think Ohio. I think I'm doubling up on mentioning states. It's like 6 of them. So that's the plan. I'm also toying with going on a train, an Amtrak. I think I mentioned that before. Yeah, I'm loving this year so far. All right, here's a quick tour. All right, so this is the upper bunk area that's right over top of the driving, the cockpit area. This thing here is a hook for the ladder. I've yet to use the ladder. I really just kind of step on this thing and get up here. This has turned into the cat's favorite place. She loves it up here. This is her favorite window. At night, I crack that open. We listen to the birds, listen to the noise. She really loves it. There's a TV up here. I haven't used it. Nice, comfortable driving area here. So then when you walk in, this is the company, by the way. Excuse the mess, because I'm ready to just kind of load this into my SUV when I get back. This is the dinette area. This goes down into the grooves, turns this into a bed. We have the old cat hammock on that window. Lights underneath there. Lights up top from this switch over here. Sink. 3-burner stove. There's an oven. Microwave. Cabinet, storage. They give you a couple of games. I mean, me and the cat are not going to play Jenga, but it's there if I need it. It's a full-size fridge. Well, not a full-size, but it's a nice-size fridge. We're packed up and ready to load that into my car when I get back. And a freezer. It's a pretty nice size, actually. A TV in the bedroom. These are packed and ready to give back. The cat will probably come back here and sleep on our short little trip back. Lights underneath there, charging for your phone, USB. Nice little ledge I put all my reading, my books up there, and then my glasses when I go to sleep at night. A nice deep storage cabinet, probably for clothing. And this is the shower. It's a nice size shower. I showered in here about 3 times, I think, plus the campgrounds. And it's a convenient place for the litter box. And then there's a nice storage area back here. Actually pretty deep. 3 shelf. They give you a first aid kit if you need it. And then I have this taped off here because I want her to have access to that if she needs while we're driving. 2 drawers here. A lot of storage. There's a bar for clothing, and then there's a nice deep storage compartment back there. All right, time to close this puppy up and hit the road. All right, again, we're complete now. Awnings in. You can get the sewer again, water, electric, cat, awnings in. I put the tire chocks away, and I lifted up the things, the levelers in the back. We're good to go. So again, I'm going to take you on a little quick journey out of here. Maybe I'll intertwine some other footage. There's the most colorful lizard I've ever seen. Intertwine some other campground footage and maybe a few images of the cat. This segment here was all about traveling in an RV, checking off a couple more states, and doing it with the cat. And what a great 8 or 10 day, whatever this was. Fantastic. Now it's back to real life for a couple of weeks before we head out again. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for checking it out. And as always, more on all this later. You remember this place, man? He's like, well, boy, that was weird. And now I'm back.